Hi, I'm Paul.
And I'm Ming.
And welcome to Skip the Rulebook's Countdown to Christmas. We're counting down our favourite games to play with our friends and family during the holiday season, so you can spend more time gaming and less time doing that tedious rule reading.
Today we're finding out who's the brightest bauble on the tree in Trivial Pursuit.
Question is, if quizzes are quizzical, what are tests? Let's skip the rulebook. Not going to need this. First thing you'll find is the game board. This should be unfolded in the centre of your play area. You'll also find two boxes of questions. These have the questions on one side with the answers on the reverse. These should be placed next to the game board.
Trivial Pursuit can be played with 2 or more players. There are 6 movers in total, so if you have more than 6 players, you can make teams. Each player or team should take a mover and place it on any matching coloured space on the outer circle. You should also place the coloured wedges, the timer, and the die in easy reach of all players.
We're now ready to begin play.
Each player is aiming to collect 6 differently coloured wedges by moving around the outside of the circle, answering questions before making their way to the centre of the circle and answering one final question to win the game. To begin, choose a starting player. I will let Paul go first.
Firstly, I roll the die to see how far I can move. If you land on one of the roll again symbols, you pick up the die and roll again. The player to my left now picks up a card and reads aloud the question that matches the category I have landed on. They then start the timer.
Which country's name starts with a Q?
Ooh, Qatar.
That is correct.
This card is then discarded to the back of the box. Although I got the answer right, I sadly haven't earned myself a wedge yet, as these are only awarded if you get a question correct while you occupy a specific wedge space on the board. I do, however, get another go. Yes! This time I've landed on a wedge. As before, the player to my left takes a card and reads the corresponding question, and I must answer in the time allowed.
Which tennis star was stabbed on court by a crazed fan in 1993?
Because I know tennis fans and stars, and it was Maria Sharapova.
Incorrect.
Oh,
It was Monica...
Is that even a person? I don't know.
Monica Seles. Seles?
Okay, it turns out that my knowledge of tennis could use some work. If you get a question wrong, or if the time runs out, play passes to the next player.
Again, I start by rolling the die and moving that number in either direction.
So for a blue wedge, where would you find the Hillary step?
Is it Mount Everest?
No. Turns out it is.
I've managed to answer my question correctly, and as I'm on a wedge space, I can collect a matching colour wedge and add it to my mover.
It's a cheese.
It's a wedge. 1 down, 5 more to go.
If you land on a wedge space and answer the question correctly, but you've already got a wedge of that colour, you simply treat it like a normal space and take another turn.
I've managed to collect all 6 of my wedges and can now edge closer to victory. I can now roll and move towards the centre space. You must land on it exactly. For example, if I was 2 spaces away and rolled a 5, I would overshoot and end up on the other side. I would then have to answer a history question correctly, or wait until my next turn to try and move back towards the centre.
Once you're in the centre space, the other players get to choose the category for your final question. If you get it right, then you win and are the master of all things trivia. If you get it wrong, you stay put and then try again next turn. That's it from us at Skip the Rulebook. If you enjoyed this video, please press like. If you want to hear more from Skip the Rulebook, hit subscribe. You can also find out more about us on Facebook, Twitter, and skiptherulebook.com.
Join us tomorrow to continue the countdown of our favourite holiday games.
See you later. And welcome to
Crum 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 crum.
Ding, 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 ding. Ding, 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 ding. That matches the category I've landed on. Sorry, a specific wedge shape. Sorry, while you occupy a specific wedge space on the board.
Again.
Again?
No.
You're speaking whale.
Sorry.
You can't speak whale.
Yes, I can.
Got quite an animated head, haven't I?